Hey babes, hello, hello, hello. Happy day. Okay, so let me just I don't know how long I have on this phone because it's retarded, but um my asthma hurts. So Spirit has been giving me a lot of information, okay? Leading me to a lot of information that I'm supposed to be sharing. So I want to start sharing everything that I know so you know, so we can all know. Okay, so the first thing first, October 31st this year, a asteroid is going to be in our atmosphere, a huge asteroid. And if you've been following me for a long time, you already know every time an asteroid comes close to us, we start getting earthquakes, we start getting rains and floods, we start getting tornadoes, we start getting some heavy duty storms, okay? Even volcanoes erupting. May not be in the United States, but it does happen in the world when we get asteroids coming into our atmosphere. So that's the first part. Boom. That's the lightest one, okay? So now moving on to something a little heavier. Here we go. The research based at NASA Space Flight Center in Maryland found that as the moon was buffeted by asteroid strikes, its northern and southern poles wandered around 10 degrees in latitude, meaning NASA's officials just announced the moon shifted and it's going to cause record flooding on Earth. So now that's two big major events that have happened or is going to happen. One happened, one's about to happen. That is going to make this place flood. Okay? Now, in my dreams that I've had, I seen it was Earth. It wasn't the moon. That it split in half, and then like the top became the bottom became the top, and then I was pulled back to Earth, and it showed me like nothing but earthquakes and mayhem, havoc. Yeah. So be aware of that flooding. Hold on, there's more. So the biggest heavy duty thing. I received the email 2 days ago. Was it 2 days ago or what's today? It was Thursday. This happened Wednesday. I received the email Thursday, and she was like, "You got to watch this." Now, I tried to watch it, and it won't let me play the video all the way through for some reason. I don't know. But it's saying Russia's, well, let's read this part. The Russian plan to sink the UK into the Atlantic, which would cause the U.S. to become an ocean. Oh, yeah, just listen. This is some crazy stuff here. Russians' nuclear drill watched by Vladimir Putin on Wednesday were a rehearsal for Britain and the U.S. to disappear from the map. And the editor-in-chief of Russia's National Defense magazine said last night. Somebody else said yesterday's missile, submarine, and bomber drills were two, that's very tiny, give me a second, demonstrate his country's ability to deliver a crushing retaliator strike if ever attacked with nuclear weapons. At the same time, he made it clear who the exercises were aimed at, speaking on state television. Who could launch a nuclear strike on Russia, U.S., and UK? I don't know if Morocco is someone who would take part in this adventure. It is very important that we have shown who our main enemies are and what awaits them. First off, I love Russia. I got a lot of friends from Russia, in Russia. Like, I'm not your enemy. These politics are. Not I. Okay. It says, if the strike had been real, somebody boasted, Britain would have sunk under the Atlantic Ocean, and instead of the United States, there would be a new naval strait named after Joseph Stalin. There is no compromise, he added. The signal has been sent to the U.S. and the U.K. This should make them think logically and clear their minds. Hello, I always tell y'all guys, you gotta think some logically sometimes, you know? This is not a nuclear blackmail. That's what we would actually do if we were attacked. So Russia literally just said on Wednesday, they performed a drill. They had missiles aimed at UK and missiles aimed at US, okay, on Wednesday for their drill. And if it was a real drill or act, it would have sank the UK and US would have became an ocean. Now that brings me back to my dream that I had about a year and 2 months ago. And I remember it so vividly because it's stuck in my brain now. And I just remember having the feeling that the water, like we were running in New York City. And I just remember looking at the tallest building and thinking to myself, the tallest buildings aren't big enough. They're not high enough. There was like a wall of water coming, and that wall was bigger than the buildings in New York. Okay, so that would make me feel like, yeah, that's more of my dream. I said it was like a tsunami, but that would be a tsunami, technically. But it would be like the biggest tsunami ever, period. Just ever. You know what I'm saying? So I also wanted to talk to you about some more things. I see a lot of stuff happening with Kanye West. Yeah, yay. And I remember talking to my hubby about it about a year ago, and my hubby was like, oh, he crazy. I was like, I don't think he's crazy. I think the media is making him look crazy because he's trying to out people out. Am I still recording? Good. And sure enough, that man needs protecting. I know a lot of people think he's just off his rocker. I kid you not. He is under spiritual attack. Okay. He admits that the Kardashians are a cult, just like I've been telling y'all. Okay. He is trying to expose the real people in charge. Okay. And you know what they do to people that do that? They end up dead. We all know this. Like, we can't pretend. You understand? It's too serious. What he's doing is way too important not to back him up. Yeah, he got his little weird ways, but okay, for instance, with his all his you know how they say Balenciaga dropped him, Adidas dropped him, all these places are dropping him. Well, that's because he was in a deal. And he literally says, watch me get out of all these contracts. He go a little crazy, say a few little things, and boom, everybody drops him. That's the perfect way to get out of a contract without owing anybody freaking money. You understand? I'm telling you. Again, even my husband was like, nah, he crazy. He off his rocker. I'm not saying he don't got issues, but he ain't crazy. He might have issues, but he ain't crazy. That man is fighting a spiritual battle. We are completely under spiritual attack. This is what this entire world is about, to prove our spirituality. Okay? And to not sell our souls, possibly. Yeah? So my whole thing is just, I know people are going to look at me like I'm crazy for even saying that, but it's true. This man is not crazy. He is under spiritual attack. He is at war with spirit, negative spirit. Okay? Excuse me. A lot is going on spiritually. I told you these floods, man, these floods are going to get really bad. Really bad. Like, you thought Pakistan was bad. Like, you know, 1/3 of Pakistan went underwater, right? Did you know that? Like, it's not just Pakistan. It's like India. It's like China. It's like every freaking country is going underwater. They're flooding out. The Mississippi River just dried up. And I don't think it's just dried up. They're taking it somewhere. They're taking it. I'm sorry, I'm so congested. I don't know. Just, stay true to yourself. Okay? I still see a lot of people upset with me and talk about, oh, I lost all respect for you because you don't think that's baby Quentin's spirit. And first of all, you never had respect for me. Okay, if that's gonna break our bond because I'm trying to show you this is not spirit. Well, another tarot reader said it was. Well, watch who you watch. Be careful of who you watch. Use your own logical thinking. Use your eyes. But don't only just see what you want to see. When I first looked at it, oh my God, it did look like a baby. But when you really look at it, you can tell. And of course, look, I'm not mad at y'all whoever thought it was the baby. I thought it was at first. The first second I saw that, I said, oh my God. But then I just started looking at it with my real logical eyes. You understand? And it's very clear that it's a reflection. But that's not the problem. The problem is that people are mad about this. Like, I get it. We all just want justice for this baby. And it would be a beautiful thing to see his spirit. But, okay, his spirit is not going to be sticking around his parents, especially if she murdered him, okay? It's not going to be at the house. It's going to be, on the other side. He's not going to be floating around just chilling with Dolly and Betty. He's not, okay? It's not how it works. But no, I do feel like, his essence could still be there. People could still feel him. We just want justice for him. And I get it. And that's all it should be about, is just justice. If you want to believe that's him, that's fine, guys. That's fine. Believe it. But I can't lie to my babes and say, yeah, this is his spirit. And I'm not going to do that. And I'm not going to make a million videos saying, look at the baby's spirit. I'm not freaking doing it. You couldn't pay me to do it. And I've told you this from day one, but people still mad. Oh, he lost respect. You never had respect. Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding? You ain't kidding me. I see through everything. Oh, Candace, you're acting like a know-it-all. No, I just know spirit. You understand? I could be an ass sometimes, but that's just when people get under my skin. You know what I'm saying? There should be no hate coming from this. It's literally a reflection. People are getting angry over a reflection, and I just can't wrap my head around that. It's just, that's not for me, But if you still think it's the baby, by all means, think it's the baby. But don't say you got that from me, okay? I love you, babes. Just, keep your heart pure. Live, laugh, and love, and you should be fine.